A lot of times I'm driving, there's nothing to do, and I shuffle through the radio before I unglue. There's a lot of red on ways, it's traffic, I'm screwed, and I'm wired a bit different than a regular dude. It's not a bad thing, I embrace it, it's true. The radio don't stimulate brain chemistry fluid. The Buddha found nirvana and the Four Noble Truths. Through a meditative process, right action he proved. For me, I require the use of a tool, a detector, pin, pointer, shovel, and beach scoop. I'm meant to work the dirt with my history crew, but everywhere I look, my interest taboo. Most people choose Bieber over Tippy Canoe. What does a detectorist listen to when the radio is full of bad music and news? I need an alternative for me to peruse. Beyond Sight and Sound gets fantastic reviews. A metal detecting show where my thought bubble brews. Thank you, Josh Kimmel, for inviting me to a detecting dork out with guests like yours truly.
Are you looking for a high-quality beach and sand scoop? Are you trying to take your hunting to the extreme? How about an American-based company that stands behind their product and everything they sell? Then check out our friends over at XTREME Scoops. John has been making scoops for some time now and makes a quality beach and sand scoop to take your hunting to the next level. XTREME Scoops recently released their new sand shredder that works great in the water and on the beach. And if you're a new Equinox user, you may want to check out his Surfmaster X3 that can trap those small targets you new Equinox users are finding out there. XTREME Scoop's company approach is let's do it right. So do it right, buy it once, and go to the extreme. XTREMEScoops.com. That's XTREME Scoops.com. Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show. All right, the fine print's out of the way, and it's time to roll with the show. We're back and we're live once again. You are listening to Beyond Sight and Sound, metal detecting and treasure hunting radio for all the really cool digging people out there. I guess not all the fine print is out of the way, but we're getting to it. So looking into the chat, I see Crazy Spider in the house. Welcome aboard. From Detecting the Heartland and Crazy Spider Adventures, Pato Masters in the house. The Bills are in, Chuck's in, Bob, Jesse, Nick, Paul. Oh, good grief. Let's see, looks like there's a bunch of them. Lou's jumping in there somewhere, I do believe I saw. Elusive. Man, everybody's jumping in. The chat's moving pretty fast here. Hopefully we've got Striker in the chat. Don't know. Have not seen that name come across the screen. Not sure what happened there. So we'll see. But we do see that Bob's in, and hopefully Striker's able to make it in. If he's already in there, somebody go ahead and shout out and let me know that he's in there. Looks like we've even got a caller coming through already. Man, how is it going, Coin Liquor?
It's going fantastic. Even thunderstorm rolling by right now. It's like, oh man, I hope I don't lose power and Wi-Fi and stuff. Jeez, oh cramity.
Yeah, that would not be a good thing at all. So for those listening, most of them surely should know your voice, but it's Lucky Lou.
Hi, everyone. How are you doing?
Nice. And yes, Stryker is in the house. Good. That's going to play a part there. Hang on for a second, Lou, and we'll get back to what you've been up to. Obviously, for those that saw the promo when that dropped, we said that you may be a lucky winner because it's a night of surprises. And we did also say, speaking of the fine print, we do love those that hit the archives and those that are listening overseas, but tonight's giveaways are going on in the chat, and that is open to U.S. residents in the lower 48 states because, I mean, let's face it, it's going to be kind of pricey for Stryker to send out a shovel. So, yes, that is right. Stryker, Team Stryker, Stryker's detecting, I'm not even sure what he calls his website storefront type thing, is going to be doing a contest soon here in the chat for an Anaconda shovel. Also in the chat, we're going to be doing a contest for one of the new snake skins from Shooters and Prospectors, Chuck Smalley. He called, he said, hey, we never did get that go live done, so let's do a snake skin tonight. Don't have a choice in the color or pattern. It's going to be the Americano, the red, white, and blue, and that does fit Equinox series, Nokta Makro series as far as Amphibio, Cruiser, and Simplex. So, sorry to the Garrett users. The snake skins aren't available for Garrett's yet, but they're working on it. So, maybe Lou will be able to get one on his detector here pretty soon.
Only if it has a bunch of tongues on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, your detector is certainly customized. You've already got plenty of stickers and everything else going on with it. And that big old huge Nell coil, you know what machine's yours.
Yeah, well, I love that Nell Tornado. I can tell you that much. I actually just sent Joe, I got it off Joe a couple months ago, and really good deal. And I actually just sent him a message like an hour ago saying thanks again for that coil because I love it. It's fantastic.
Right, you're tearing it up with that thing.
Yeah, it didn't take any time to get used to that thing. I can tell you that much.
Right, yeah, and I've saw, I don't know how many times now, you posting videos of, I mean, you're hitting targets 9 inches easy, no problem with that thing, and some of them are pretty small targets.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I just actually found 9 buttons today, and I mean, they were all small, flat buttons and the likes, and all of them was 7 to 10 inches deep, every one of them. And, you can just, it still sounds like a nice sweet tone, 59, 60 on the AT Pro, 55 on some of them, but it was, I just dig out every single repeatable mid-tone, over Copper Hill that I hear, and I'm just still pulling out stuff. And I actually found this.
Wait a minute. These are coming out of Copper Hill?
Yeah. Yeah, because of the coronavirus and everything. I can only go to. I'm not doing any more door knocking right now, and so I'm only going over the permissions that I can go to anytime I want without even having to ask the homeowner. I got a bunch of permissions that are like that, and so I just been smashing Copper Hill. I got that, half real the other day over there. I mean, I've been finding just tons of like deep targets. Over there, and I've been going really, really slow and attempting to grid it. It's wicked hard to grid because it's like a sphere. If you were to cut a sphere in half, I mean, that's like the shape of the whole field, up, and the house is at the tippity top, and so it's wicked hard to grid it because you start walking and you just start going crooked. And,
right.
No matter what you do. And so, but I mean, I've been finding stuff, I mean, I'll go over there for a couple hours or an hour and pull out, 5, 10, whatever more keepers, different things and stuff. And I mean, Bob will hate me, but I think I pulled like 5 5 Indians or 6 Indians out of there the last few times I've been over there.
Nice.
And you know, it's like the site that just won't stop giving stuff, and so just fortunate enough to have something like that to go to, you know. And I've been trying to, you know, every day I go over, I've been trying to make a couple videos, and I've actually did a couple Facebook Lives. It was crazy. It was at a different permission, but I was just walking, and my phone battery when it gets cold, it dies wicked fast.
Right.
And so I was doing a Facebook Live, and I literally was just walking and swinging and talking with people, just, you know, people stuck in their houses, whatever, and just chatting. And, you know, the first couple targets that I dug while doing that were nothing great. But then right as my phone was, like, just about to go away, I pulled a 2-center and, you know, on Facebook Live. So that was pretty cool, you know, and it was just a way to you know, people sitting at their houses going stir crazy and stuff like that. You know,
yeah, absolutely.
Just try to entertain when you can, you know.
Which
and,
I do.
To make sure
Which I do have to say, very commendable of you to kind of cut back on the door knocking temporarily, because I've seen some posts on Facebook where people are like, hey, everybody's stuck at home. Now's a great time to go and knock doors for permission. No, it's not.
I will tell you, last Saturday, not yesterday, but a week ago, so last weekend, I did go to one house. You know, I literally, so I'm super conscious about, you know, everything. And so I knocked on the hinge side of the door on the glass because it was a full glass pane. I didn't go near the doorknob, anything like that. Knocked on the hinge side, backed up about 10, 12 feet. And the lady was extremely nice. You know, she was about my age. And I mean, I chatted to her at a good distance for probably about 20 minutes. And you know, it's, once we got the stay-at-home advisory and stuff like that on Tuesday, I said, all right, I'm done. You know, I'm done until all this is all done and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people...
Go ahead.
A lot of people have to stop and realize and think, that's great that everybody's at home, but you have to think who these people are interacting with. So who are they interacting with that you may be putting yourself at risk and bringing something back to your family?
Exactly. In the same aspect, devil's advocate, you know, you're asked to check on your neighbor. Well, how do you do that without knocking on their door and making sure they're okay, et cetera, if you don't have their phone number, you know,
Good
especially
point.
if you have elderly neighbors and stuff like that.
Right.
So I texted my neighbor and stuff to make sure she was okay. And I've actually talked, I've seen my other neighbors, you know, outside. And so I have talked to them, but, the owners of Copper Hill, the husband is actually bedridden, and the wife is older, you know, she had a stroke. And so it was great because actually, a few days ago, she was driving down the driveway to get her mail, and she saw me, and I waved and stuff, and she rolled down a window, and, you know, I stood away from her car, and I asked her, and I made sure she had enough groceries and household, you know, necessities and stuff like that, and all that. And so it was great to actually see her, because I didn't want to go knock on her door because her husband's not well as it is. And so, you know, it was nice to actually see her. In another permission also, that it's a single elderly woman by herself. I actually was able to talk to her at a distance as well when I was there. And so, you know, so it is the permissions that I can go to that I don't have to see the owner. If they do see me, you know, they've always liked chatting with me. You know, and they'll come out and just keep, and I tell them, don't come next to me, you know.
Right, yeah, keep a distance.
But it's nice, but it was nice to make sure that they're all set with, you know, household needs and everything. And they have my card.
Absolutely.
You know, my detecting cards. So they have my number, and, you know, I tell them if they need anything, you know, give me a call.
Well,
So,
and I'm sure you already know, but there are a number of people out there doing the same things that you are, checking on their neighbors, making sure they don't need anything, and those people that are being checked on like that appreciate that so much. I can't say enough about how pleased I am to see everybody doing that.
yeah, absolutely. Well, you got to figure the elderly community in whole is the most at risk, and they can't go to the senior centers. They can't go to, so they're literally stuck there, a lot of them by themselves.
Yeah,
and so they unless they're FaceTiming relatives or something to that effect, they're just sort of alone, and so it's do what you can.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I also see that Dig Doug and Connecticut Todd and Douglas and Ed and Shirley and Travis have dropped in.
Listen, remind Dig Doug needs an actual real digger, because he just shanghaied something not too long ago that he should not have shanghaied with his digger, because he's got this, I don't even know what kind of digger he has, but he needs to win that Anaconda treasure. Was it an NX5 or a 6?
I'm not sure which one it is, but it is an Anaconda shovel.
Yeah, I want to hop in the chat. I'll win it, and I'll give it to Dig Doug.
Well, you're a pretty lucky guy.
My NX6 is awesome. Oh, it was great. Yesterday they posted a contest. Guess Tim posted a contest on digging with KG and Ringy.
Yep.
And it said, guess the oldest coin I found this year. 3 minutes after he posted it, I think I was the first one to comment. I guessed it, and it was right.
Wow! Congratulations.
I said, "Is it shortest contest ever?"
Well, and speaking of contests, for those listening, here in about 10-15 minutes or so, we'll probably kick off the shovel giveaway in the chat.
And listen, that whichever, the NX5 is, I'm 6'3", so the NX6 is awesome for me, because I think it's 36 inches. And I love the damn thing to death. It's an awesome digger. And if anybody needs one, definitely go out and get an NX5. I think it's a 30-inch, and the NX6 is 36, I believe.
Yeah, I want to say I think this one is the NX5.
Yeah, and it has a beer opener on it. Come on, can't go wrong, right?
Right. Yeah, that ought to be right down Dig Dug's alley, right?
Yeah. But it slices. It slices into the ground like nothing, and it's not heavy. I don't know. I've used mine for 14 months now, or whatever, and I won't get another digger just because it just works so well.
Right. They do work very well from what I've heard. I've not had the opportunity to try one myself, but from everybody I've talked to, they have high praises of it, and some of them really appreciate the fact that it's got that bottle opener incorporated into it too.
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, after a hot day of digging, sit
Right.
down and relax afterwards with everybody you're digging with, and crack open a one. There you go.
Right. What's a day without digging if you ain't got something to open your favorite beverage with after the hunt?
Yeah. Well, not too many group hunts going on right now, so.
Well, yeah, but we know that never stops you. I've heard plenty of stories of you talking to yourself out in the field, so you're a group all on your own.
Me, myself, and I do well, chatting with each other, and I was doing it today. Yep. I don't know. I can't stop. I don't know how to stop talking. So it's always entertaining. Even when I'm by myself, I always say I wish I could, if I just had a waist GoPro, and I could have it aimed at myself. So, I could actually watch it later and laugh.
Right. And maybe one of these days they'll get to see that on YouTube if we ever get you up to 100 subs.
Yeah, maybe someday. You know, I haven't even looked at that in a long time. So I'm just having fun making short little videos for Facebook and the Instagram thing. You know.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, you know, it's definitely a bummer though, because I am a door knocker, and I mean, I have at least 20 plus properties that I want to go door knock at, that I, you know, have looked up info on and stuff like that over the winter, and now the ground is all nice and thawed and soggy wet right now, but soft as butter, and can't go knock on any of them.
Right.
So,
well, but it's for your own best interests, honestly.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, whatever. I got plenty of places I can go. I'm not too worried about it. The bigger bummer is, you know, I was gonna go out with Brian this past yesterday, and Wednesday I told him, I said, dude, let's just do the smart thing. I said, we'll get together, you know, at some point. You know, nothing's going anywhere, and you know, we'll just postpone getting together. I said, I'm just gonna frickin' dig by myself for now until everything's rocking and rolling again.
Right. That's probably for the best. I mean, yeah, sure, it sucks for some of us, but there are still ways that you can still get out and hunt without encroaching anyone's personal space, basically.
Yeah. It's just like you said, though. I mean, I went to the grocery store today. How do I know that I didn't just get some germs, you know, whatever? I mean, I wash my hands. I bring sanitizer wipes with me to, you know, when I'm washing down everything that I'm touching and stuff like that, with like the carriage and all that. And then I went out and dealt with somebody, but yet I mean, I could have had some germs on me or something, and then I get next to them and they get it, you know. I mean, because you could have it 3 or 4 days without even showing any signs. So that's the catch-22, is you might not have any symptoms or signs that you have it, and then you go out digging with somebody. I feel like a jerk if I gave it to someone because I didn't know I had it. Like, that's just that's just me though.
Yeah, I mean, and I've been extremely cautious myself because I fall into the medically compromised grouping, to where if I happen to catch that stuff, who knows what happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I listen. I see your post. I look every day at the numbers. You know, I forget, it's like Worldometer or something like that. And you know, I check the global count and the U.S. count, and you know, Mass and Illinois or Ohio or no, I think, is it Ohio or Illinois? I forget now. Brain fart. But they both are right around 5,000 each. So
yeah, we've got over 1,600 confirmed cases in Ohio in 66 counties at this point.
Yeah, so it's Illinois it's like 5,200 or something like that, or 5,000 in Illinois, and Mass has like 5,200 or something like that. And it's just the number goes up every day.
Nothing
you know,
to play with.
More testing gets done, and the numbers go up, and you know, I mean, there was a lot of people screaming about not enough tests were getting done, and now all the tests are getting done, but it's a bottleneck at the actual processing facility, and you know, those are opening up everywhere, and you know, those numbers will keep going up until, you know, everything sort of catches up to one another.
Right.
So, I mean,
yeah, it's serious stuff. It really is.
Oh yeah. It's you know, I mean, it's going to change. It could even change the detecting world, you know, as far as door knocking goes. Even after, I mean, there's going to be so many like paranoid people after all this.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
You know,
they're going to see you knocking at their door, going, "Nah, you stay out there. Don't bring none of your germs to me."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, I was actually listening to a show, and it had this doctor on it that was talking all about like PTSD from the coronavirus, and like how, people who never had like a germophobia, there's going to be so many more people out there that are actually germaphobes and stuff like that, like for the rest of their lives because of something like this.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. Because we do, with it being in the media on a daily basis now, that's on everybody's minds, and we find ourselves being more and more self-aware and conscious of what we're touching, and not only who we're interacting with, but who they're interacting with.
Yeah, I mean, I stick coins in my mouth, and I'm definitely I don't think I'll ever be a germaphobe, but I am like, I sit there and I think to myself, the path of like a germ, and I say I like all these people that wear rubber gloves, like to the store, and they're touching all this stuff, and then they're going and they're touching their car, or the handle of their car, or what have you, or all the items in the store,
right?
And then they're going to their house and taking off their gloves, but then they're touching all the items that they just brought into their house anyway.
Right.
It could be literally a never-ending process as far as thinking of a germ path and the path that it could travel. And
right.
And so that's, if you start thinking that way, you can get overwhelmed. And so
yeah, and there are, I mean, we do have to practice our own due diligence, wash your hands, use your hand sanitizer, stuff like that. But there are some people that are taking it a little too extreme, let's say. I had somebody tell me, and this actually happened out in Massachusetts, where somebody had told me that they had stopped because the gas prices have been dropping, obviously, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they had stopped, I want to say gas was down to maybe 207 out there when this had happened. And they had stopped at a gas station to fill up their vehicle. Well, they get out and they're getting ready to start filling up their vehicle. And a person pulls up behind them at the pump behind them, obviously. And this person, the person that related this story said, I was laughing so hard I almost wet myself there at the pump, because this person got out, they were wearing long rubber gloves, clear up to your elbows. They were wearing a respirator. They were wearing safety goggles. They were wearing a face shield. And then they had on like shooter's muffs for hearing protection and a hard hat. We're getting a little extreme here, I think.
Maybe they had corona and they didn't want to spread it.
I don't know what was going on, but I wasn't going to stop and ask or anything like that. I told him this is probably the same type of person that after it gets dark, they trade all that in for a tinfoil hat. Who knows? But we've actually got Chuck on with us, too.
See, how's it going?
Going great.
All right.
Good.
All right.
Good. Yeah. Nope, it's something that we got to deal with. We got to stay in, stay away. Wipe your surfaces down. If you're getting stuff, it's got 3 days on most surfaces on some things, less than that on others. Airborne, that's what you really have to be worried about. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, do that kind of stuff. When we respond to these type of calls, only one in, that person gets sequestered. They actually, if they think they've got something like that, if it's minor, we back out, tell them to go to the doctor.
Right. Good point. Very good point. And, let's see here. I don't know if my chat's still moving or not. Hopefully Striker's ready for this. I guess, if you want to have a chance at winning a shovel there, Lou, you may want to keep an eye on the chat, because I think we'll go ahead and kick off this shovel giveaway here pretty quick.
Now you're going to make me, I got to put on speakerphone then to get back into the chat.
Well, I guess we can always let you go and you can call back in later if you'd like.
Oh wait, I'm multitasking now.
And you got Chicago Ron on the chat. Maybe he'll win too, Josh.
Uh-oh, we got Chicago Ron on the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
He's in the chat. He's in there somewhere. He signed in.
Well, then. Yeah, you never know. He does like to, he likes to grab up what he can from time to time, too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Listen, if I won that shovel, I'm going to give it to Dig Dug. So.
Ah, I see. Well,
You heard it right here.
I'm sure Dig Dug would appreciate that. And it looks like Striker's trying to call into the show for something, but we're going to have to wait for him to hang up. I've got some sort of a glitch with my windows tonight. They keep jumping over one another here.
Ron says he's here with his horseshoe. Lucky horseshoe.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't go anywhere without that horseshoe. So you've got some stiff competition in the chat there, Lou. Striker, what's going on? So you ready to kick this off?
He does not need a horseshoe.
So you ready to kick this off?
Hey, pretty good, Josh. How you guys doing tonight?
All right. You ready to kick this off?
Absolutely. And just for the record, Chicago Ron does not need a horseshoe.
Well, he carries it with him all the time. You've always got to be prepared.
Well, here we go, guys. This is for a
Where'd he go?
Yeah. Where'd you go, Striker? Uh-oh. You still there?
Okay, we all set?
I guess, if you're still there.
Okay, well, all right, buddy. Josh and myself know the number, so go ahead and start guessing. Hello? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. We hear you. Basically, what's going on?
Hello?
Well, my bars are bouncing, so I know I'm being heard the way it sounds.
Hello? There we go. Hello?
Yeah?
Okay, you got me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, really, really bad connection. Okay, need everyone out there to pick a number between 1 and 75.
For the Anaconda Shovel, go. Striker's watching the page. He knows what number he's watching for. And I think they just blew up my chat, so I won't be able to see anything.
Got it. Yeah, I got it. Got it. Yeah, mine was flying. Hang on. I think we got a winner. Hang on.
Oh, yeah, they did. They blew my chat out of the water completely.
Yeah.
So do we have a winner?
The winner, yeah, but the first one, we had two of them, but the first one came up, Tamara Hole-Kimmel.
She was the first one?
Well, there's another one, third down.
Well,
and that was Barb.
I guess she was the first one then.
Barb?
Okay.
Why, is that a relative?
Yeah, I didn't even realize she was listening to the show.
Okay, well, obvious for reasons. We got to go with the next one, right?
I suppose so.
Okay, that would be Barb. Connell got it.
Well then, that's just like a pirate.
Wow. That's what?
I said, that's just like a pirate. Well then, that went quick. They blew my chat up. I think I'm dead in the water.
Oh, I couldn't even keep track of it. It was spinning.
It was going so fast. I don't know how you saw it.
I didn't. I was just staring at it, and I saw it come up, and then I saw another one, and then I saw the Tamara Holt Kimmel. I'm like, wait a minute, I wonder if that's a relationship to Josh.
I can't. I mean, my chat is still a blur right now. Wow.
Congrats, Barb.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it went nuts. But the one after it was Bob Connell.
Okay.
What was the number?
36.
There you go. A couple people were asking.
Yeah. Josh knew the number before we started. So I wouldn't get people with torches and pitchforks coming over to my house.
Right. Yes. 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 The number was 36, which I hadn't even... I had mere minutes to get ready before the show after speaking with you and getting the number, so the only two people that knew the number were myself and you, but,
I'm just looking at that's funny. I think Barb hit like 45 numbers in 4 seconds. Holy cow.
Wow. Well,
that's pretty
good job, Craig.
Where are you out of?
Craig is out of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yeah. About 3 miles over the border from Illinois.
Well, and
just barely a cheesehead then.
No, I am not, sir. I'm a pure-blooded... No, sir, I'm a pure-blooded Packer fan. Patriots.
Well,
Patriots.
I'll tell you what, Striker, since we had that go on in the chat like that, I didn't even realize Tam was in there. Maybe you can send out one of your Team Striker shirts to Tam as a consolation prize.
Absolutely. I can do that. But I've never seen this thing spin so fast. I thought I was at, a slot store. And I pulled the handle. I mean, literally, it was going that fast.
Yeah, they love it. They love contests like that. They really do.
Yeah. And somebody in there, I'm going to leave nameless, got really excited by putting the number 187. Could have sworn it was 1 to 75. There's a lot of hundreds in there.
Oh, well, the chat will keep you on your toes. You gotta keep an eye on them.
Yeah, this is
1787.
Yeah, I've been clicking down on the chat, and I'm not even halfway yet. And this whole time I've been talking to you, I've been scrolling down, and I still have not reached the bottom. I mean, holy cow!
Wow. Well, that certainly went off with a smash. I guess congrats to Tam on her shirt and congrats to Barb on her shovel, and they can both, PM you their information and you can get those out, correct?
Yeah, I'm at craigmstriker on Facebook or, craigmstriker@gmail.com, and I'm gonna need a size, not for the shovel, but for the shirt.
Right, yeah, we don't care what size the shovel is. Barb will do something with it, we know, so that'll
I don't know, maybe we
out.
should do it again. I mean, we should do it again. Barb's got a ton of shovels. I mean, I can't see her needing another one. I don't know. What do you think, Chuck?
She may leave it stuck in the door and drag it down the highway and have to have two in the truck.
Yeah, well, there we go.
That's good. That's good.
A tough way to shovel.
I mean, well, she drops this out of the truck and it's tied. It's stopping her.
Yes, it is.
Right, and I'm not.
Anyway, I'm going to back out. I think you got Chicago. I'm going to be calling you in a few minutes too. So, but everybody just stay safe with this COVID as best as you can, huh?
Same with you, Chuck. You be careful out there. I'm going to sign out. Josh, it's always a pleasure as usual.
Well, hang on there, guys, because I think we've got Barb on with us.
Oh, I got to go. Oh, got to go. Got to go.
That ain't right.
Okay, now, Barb, this is a beautiful 6-inch display anaconda shovel that's in the store to advertise for the real shovel that they sell.
Ooh, that's okay.
That means you can't dig with it. It's a one of a kind.
Well, yeah, it's for surface targets, 6 inches long.
That's cool.
You can't face her.
Hey, the thing is I'm going to really have to love it to keep it. So if I love it, I'm going to keep it. If I like it, then I'll probably give it away to some kid at the Christmas Kids giveaway. So,
oh my God, that's what that's the same thing my ex-wife said to me.
And I gave a beautiful predator tool, a predator shovel that I bought.
Yeah.
I paid $45 for it. It looked nice, and I just didn't like digging with it, so I gave it to some kid. And Sonia Harshman had given me a leather hanger it fit in. So kid got, like a $75 shovel and pouch hanger. So,
I like what Douglas just posted. He goes, mount it. If you got a fireplace, put it over the fireplace.
I have this.
I gotta say, Barb, it's gonna find you Indians. So you gotta like it, because it's gonna find you Indians, and you're gonna love it.
Well, if it does, then I got to keep it.
Well, I'm half Indian, so I'll bless it before I send it to you.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah, I'll do a rain dance on it. So every time it sticks in the ground, it pours. Makes the ground soft for you.
There you go. There you go.
But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I just wanted to call in and say thank you, because I don't...
You're very welcome. Next time we got to limit this, Josh, so people that type under 160 words a minute.
The thing is I listen to the show on my computer, and I can type about 90 words a minute, and so I can type quicker than y'all can text on your little phone.
See?
Yeah, so.
Well, there you go.
So that was a tip from Barb. If you're listening and for a contest giveaway, make sure you're on your computer and not your phone.
Right? Well, I don't know. It certainly blew up the chat, that's for sure.
Well, I can say I did beat Tam, so don't feel bad. I scrolled back through the chat, and my post was posted 3 or 4 before hers was.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I planted that number in my head, and this metric thing came out, and I caught it. So.
Wow. Well,
but the chat was flying, and as I'm typing, I'm looking at the other numbers flying by and picking different numbers.
So you were multitasking.
Mm-hmm. You can do that on a computer.
Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Some people can. I'll put it that way. Some people can. So yeah, I guess congratulations. And, since there was a little bit of the hiccup there or whatever, I don't know, something got mixed up. I guess you've got to get your information out to Stryker for your shovel. Tam's got to get her information out to him for her shirt. And,
yep.
We'll hopefully keep everyone happy.
I'll give them the pick. If they're still out there, they can get the T-shirt or the hat. The hats came out really good. They're embroidered. So I'll give her choice. She can get the hat or the T-shirt. Nice.
Because you guys got to stop and remember now, I live with her.
Well, I'm so glad Barb won it, because, I was so worried, but see now now I got no problem sending it to Barb COD. I feel a lot better about this.
Exactly.
I'll pay it. No problem.
Did he forget to mention that he was also including a bobcat in that package? So it's going to be based on weight.
And a truck anchor.
Oh, and Bill said it's so small I won't put it through my ankle like I did my Predator.
Oh, I knew somebody was going to do that when they heard that you had won.
Oh, if you've never seen one of these, it'll take your ankle clean off. So I don't have any doubt about that. So holy cow.
You can learn how to open a bottle of beer, Barb.
This will do it.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
That's probably the deciding factor right there, whether or not she keeps it.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. There you go.
I have to keep that.
Yep.
Well, I'll back out of here. Let somebody else call in. Y'all have a great night. I see Frank's in there tonight. We got Steve Pacifico listening in too there, Josh.
Hey, shout out to the DA gang.
Guys are warming up for tomorrow night so they can teach us something.
That's right.
And we
I'm
got a
looking
new,
forward
and we got
to it.
this is a customer of mine who became a friend. You got Spot On John in there who's new to the chat. So,
Cool.
give him a good welcome, and he's been doing pretty good. He got a Quest Pro from me, and he's been doing really, really good with it. He's been finding some rings, and he's been finding a bunch of coins. So he's new to the detecting world, and so I just want to give a quick shout out to him real quick.
Nice.
That's cool, Craig.
Welcome aboard.
All right.
Welcome aboard.
All right, we're
All right.
back out. Talk to you later.
Same here.
All right,
Take it
we'll
easy,
see you,
Chuck. I'm
Chuck.
backing out.
Thanks,
You too,
Striker.
Craig. Bye.
Wow.
Mr. Josh, take care of yourself, sir.
You too. Be safe out there,
All right, buddy. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Well, Barb,
I'm excited.
yeah, seeing as how you're able to multitask so well, I guess you kind of got volunteered. We're gonna keep you in the wing right here, so you can't get in on the next one.
No, I won't.
Well, and we're gonna put you to work since you're so good at multitasking.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, see what happens? Because for everyone else in there, that all went so quick that what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you pick a number. Don't tell anybody what it is. Don't post it in the chat and don't tell me. Between, say, 1 and 150.
Okay, I already picked it.
Okay, so you know what that number is.
Yep. It's
Okay.
the last two digits of my mother's phone number.
Oh my. I'm
So-
not sure if that's close to Ethel's or not.
No.
So anyway, what we're going to do is people have been seeing all over the place. Well, first off, you write that number down so you don't forget it or
I already
whatever.
did, and somebody just hit it.
No, they didn't, because we're not doing anything yet.
Oh, okay.
So I guess
Sorry.
you'll have to pick a different number then. So while you're working on picking that different number and writing it down, don't anybody in the chat throw any numbers out.
No, they're throwing 50 million. Stop.
Everybody stop.
Stop.
And if they've you let me know when they've stopped so we know we've got their attention.
They stopped.
Wow, this is interactive. Now, I want everybody to stop and remember, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern on Detect America, they are doing night 2 of the Electrolysis Boot Camp. If you guys have missed night 1, you can check out the Ugly Box giveaway on the Beyond Sight and Sound page. That link is in the top of the bottom of the chat, whatever. It's in the description of the show where you can find that post, and you will find the link for night 1 in there. I encourage everybody to watch all 3 of these. They're doing great educational, real-time electrolysis. Night 1 was awesome. Night 2 is going to be tomorrow, Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I believe the 3rd one will happen Thursday night.
Excuse me.
Check that out and get entered into the Ugly Box giveaway on the Beyond Sight and Sound page. The rules are very simple, and we've had some people entering. I'm interested in seeing if these people will actually use the electrolysis unit to cook the item that they posted. And this is a full-on TNT with the Copperhead technology. So you get your Thunder, you get your Thrasher, you get your Ugly Box TNT, you get your Copperhead, you get your Carbon Catalyst, you get your brine solution, you get everything you need to be all set up to do electrolysis with that giveaway, which is great. And it's great that they've done it, and we encourage people to watch those go lives so that they can see what's going on there. So I wanted to make sure to mention that since we've got everybody's attention. And I guess at that point, if you have happened to select a number, have you?
Yes,
Nobody
I
go
have.
yet. Okay, then I will let you tell everybody when they should go.
I'm waiting.
I see that. You're enjoying this.
I am. Okay, I wrote the number down. I put a circle around it. And Doug, you're cheating. I didn't say go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Mr. Kimmel.
How's it going there, big fella?
Go.
What's going
I said
on, buddy?
go. 1 to
Yeah.
150. Go. Close, but I don't see one yet. Oh, God, this is going to kill me. Oh, wait, what was that number?
I hope you didn't miss it.
Well, I might have. It's going so dang fast, but
Well, everybody should stop, and then you should scroll down 500 numbers, and then start looking at them all
Right,
again. slow.
give you a chance to catch up there. Tell them all to stop, and you can catch up. And if nobody's guessed it yet, you can tell them to keep going.
I don't think anybody. I'm going backwards now. I don't think people have been close. Here, I'll give them a hint. It's my dad's cash 3 number. Well, it was his cash 3 number. So that narrows it down to 50 numbers.
Yeah, so I got to hurry up and get in a check because everybody knows their dad's catch 3 number.
I was just going to say, unfortunately, I'm on the phone. If I go in there, you're going to get feedback. I got to be out of the computer room.
Right.
No, I'm on the phone, and I'm in the chat.
Ow.
Just because we didn't want to take a chance on getting stuck over there. But so we're in day. I think we're on day 7 since we got back from England. So we're still hanging out at the house. I go to the beach by myself in the morning, and I can't go to Chicago anymore because they closed all the beaches down.
That's right, they did. Beaches and adjacent
There's
parks.
still some places to go. So,
but are they producing?
not a lot. We've had a lot of high water and waves. It's lots of coins, not much jewelry. I got a little silver ring or actually not little, a fairly chunky silver ring and a piece of a silver knife handle, like a hollow knife handle, yesterday. And I don't know, I probably got $20 in change in the last 4 or 5 days, going out for a couple hours, just to keep me from chewing off my own legs sitting around the house.
Right, yeah, definitely. I know things were really looking dicey there for a while, and that had to have really had you going to know that you had to cut your trip 17 days short, because we know how you love to hunt in England.
Well, this because we were only there for 10 days, so this is my shortest hunt in probably 13 years. Because I go 4 weeks at a time over there, 4 weeks in the spring, 4 weeks in the fall. So to go for 10 days instead of 28, it's a bit of a difference.
Yeah, that's a real big difference. But we're glad to hear, obviously, the way it sounds, you're doing well. You're not feeling.
Yeah, Gretchen and I are both doing well. No coughs, no temperature. I'm actually on because I was off until from my vacation time to go to England. I'm off until April 10th, I think, is my next work day. So I'm still off for another 10 days. So we're just hanging out at home and cooking a lot, hanging out, trying to do some video and working on displays and stuff like that. Stuff I don't get to very often.
Right, stuff that you just don't have time to do.
Well, and everybody's yelling at me to get videos done. You know, I used to do them all the time from the beach and everything else, and now the only thing I put out anymore is the England videos, and I put out like both of the 2017 videos this last year, but I still have 2018 and 2019, and now spring of 2020, so I'm 5 videos behind.
Wow. That's insane.
Well, the big problem is, like, the video that I'm working on currently from spring of 2018. So I was there for 28 days. It was an hour and 47 minutes worth of uncut video. And I got to try and cut that down into a, you know, and you know me, I take out all the fluff. I take out all the intro stuff. It's all just finds and funny moments.
Right.
But it takes a lot of work to get that cut down to, you know, an hour and 10 minutes without all the fluff in the middle.
So when you left for England, were you kind of under the same mindset as Tim was? You know, what's the worst that can happen? We get stuck over there and have to detect for a few more days. And then did that mindset change as more was released into the media?
Pretty much. That's pretty much right on the head of the nail. You know, we went over there and like, oh yeah, it'd be great if we got stuck over there for a month. It'd be awesome. And then we got over there and I was planning on staying. Actually, I still have a hunter that's over there, Dutch Robert.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, Tim said that he had thought that he had made it back to Holland, but come to find out, update on that, he's stuck in England.
Because I just talked to him I just talked to him today, and he's staying at the barn that we have rented through April 4th, because that's when we were supposed to leave there. Gretchen and I were going to go do some traveling, vacationing on our own for a week. So Dutch Robert is still there, and there's no audio. Oh, what did it stop? Oh, the speaker probably died. Sorry. So he's still there. They canceled. He was supposed to fly out on April 6th, and they canceled his flight, and now they're saying he can't get back to Aruba until May 5th.
Wow.
We're trying to negotiate with the barn owner the place that we stay at to see if he can stay there, because I'm sure they don't have any more rentals for the next month. So right now he's just kind of hanging out in limbo. He tried to contact the Netherlands, and he tried to contract Aruba to see if he could get if the country would fly him back in. So he's kind of in limbo right now for maybe another month. But the nice thing is,
scary.
He gets to go detecting every day if he wants to.
Right. Yeah, that's
kind of a sideways bonus.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll pop a few gold coins while he's stuck.
Well, and he's actually had a really good because the deal was the 3 of the people on the first 10-day hunt canceled. So I told Tim to come early. I told Dutch Robert to come early because they were both on the second 10-day hunt. And then another guy who had won a trip said, hey, he wanted to come, so he came out early. So I had a full crew for the first 10 days. And then, Tim ended up going back on Saturday. We all came back on Tuesday, and Dutch stayed there. But that first 10-day hunt, Dutch Robert actually found a hammered gold coin, an Edward III quarter noble from 1344 to 1351. And a gorgeous coin. It's got one little nick where the plow hit it.
That's right. I did see that
well
post.
from the coinsmith.
Nice. That is awesome. That is awesome. Although, I mean, I really got a feel for that guy being stuck that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and he talked to his wife on the phone. You know, he's got a wife and 2 daughters that are right now in Aruba, and they're like, well, we're doing okay. So, whatever you have to do, you have to do. But to be away from your wife and kids for 2 months, which is what it would end up being if you can't go back till May 5th, that's got to suck.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely. Barb, did you confirm a winner yet?
Yeah, I did, and they're like, tell us. And I'm like, well, 3 or 4 people picked the number, but the first one to pick the number, my dad's cash 3 number was 147. My mic's way up on my head. Sorry. The person that picked the number first was Mike Foreman.
Okay. Well, good job. Congratulations to Mike. You have won one of the new snake skins, the Americano design. PM your information to either myself or Chuck Smalley. You can find us both on Facebook very, very easily. And we will get that item out in the mail to you. Those do fit the Equinox series, the Nokta Makro Amphibio series, the Nokta Makro Cruiser series, and the Nokta Makro Simplex series.
It fits. I'm listening in because this thing was going so fast it shut down audio 3 separate times on me. That's why I called in. Well, congrats. And it does fit. He put up on your head Simplex. It fits your Simplex.
Oh, okay. So you can see the chat. You know what's going on then, Chuck.
I could see the chat the whole time. It shut the audio off. Said this broadcast is ended due to overload. It actually said that.
Gretchen just told me I can come back in the living room because the audio stopped.
That must be what happened. We crashed Spreaker.
You crashed it.
Nice.
We got to come up with a different method.
Yeah, apparently we'll have to think that one through the next time because everybody done broke it this time.
Now I want you to think about this. Barb's in control and it crashed.
Good.
You just need to pace the people. You need to tell them they can only put in one guess per 30 seconds. That way they're not typing nonstop.
Man, this thing was rolling. I thought it rolled bad the first time.
Right? Well, I mean, we see what people are doing for entertainment. Everybody apparently is stuck indoors. So, if they're enjoying it and having fun making Barb work so hard, they should throw a like at us.
Well, and the thing
Barb,
is...
Barb, you got the name of the second person?
Oh, God, you're killing me.
It was me, Chuck. It was me.
It was Ron. You already got them coming.
That'll take 5 minutes to decide.
Well, you find number 2 for me, and I'll send one to number 2.
Okay. Oh, God. At the end of it, people were typing, what were we playing for again? I mean,
I saw that.
They don't even know. They just throw numbers out so they can win something.
Yeah.
Well, Ron, one of them put up a free trip to England on you, I think.
Nice. Yeah, that was probably you, Chuck.
No, I wish I would.
And the winner's Chuck. The winner's Chuck Smalley.
There you go.
Well, look at that. Well, and I can say I just happened to pop into the chat real quick, and it's quite possible we may have broke Spreaker or something because there's been over 1,800 comments logged in the chat already.
1,800 comments in the chat. Hey, you got to stop giving stuff away, Josh, because that just you can't be breaking stuff.
Right? Yeah, I know. We either got to get Barb away from being in control, or we just got to quit giving stuff away.
Hey, you can't blame it on Barb.
Ron, did you ever get really concerned that you may be stuck there for a bit?
Who was what?
Did you ever really get concerned you may be stuck there for a month or more?
I'm stuck where?
In England.
England.
I'm not concerned anymore because I've been home for 6 days.
But did you get concerned?
At some point there before, when Tim was talking, he was getting a little concerned with it all. And I just kind of wonder if you guys felt like maybe they were going to cancel at any minute on you?
We were worried about the airline, the airports closing, or the U.S. shutting the borders to everybody. When they originally when they added the UK to the no-fly list, it still didn't include U.S. citizens, so I wasn't worried about it. And U.S. citizens can still fly back now, so we probably would have been okay staying till April 4th when our hunt was scheduled to end. But it wasn't worth taking the chance. We were probably actually safer there than we are here in Chicago. And it would have been a lot more fun because we could have been out in the field hunting, finding stuff.
There you go.
So there is a positive side.
I was just wondering what your thoughts were, because that is a little bit of stress on the situation.
But the whole trip, I mean, from the get-go, I had people that were like, I don't think I'm going to go. I had a guy in Boston that his parents were really worried, and they're elderly, and they were really freaking out that he was going to go. They were worried about him, and he was worried about being in England, having his parents freak out about him, and then having something happen to his parents. So he backed out. And then I had a friend that's a pilot in Florida whose daughter is getting married in April, and he's like, you know what? I can't take a chance on getting stuck out of the country. My daughter's getting married. And then I had a guy in Italy who is in the military he's in Germany now. He was in Italy. He got out just in time. But they closed down all of the furloughs for the military personnel and said they couldn't travel through Europe. So he had to cancel. So, and then on the second trip, I had a doctor from Idaho who was in the emergency room in Albuquerque in New Mexico somewhere, and was in the emergency room, and they called him at 2:00 in the morning and said, you know what, I'm sorry, you may have been exposed. So you need to isolate yourself for the next 14 days. And this is like 5 days before he's supposed to come to England and hunt with us for 10 days. So yeah, it was my head wasn't in the game most of the trip. While I'm out walking around the field, I'm trying to think about, okay, who's coming, who's not coming? Are we going to be able to get home? Is my wife going to get sick? Gretchen's on, stuff for psoriatic arthritis that lowers her immunity. So got to worry about her too.
And at that point, how are you enjoying detecting?
Well, that was the thing. You're still out hunting in fields in England. So it's, regardless of what else is happening, it's still enjoyable. You're still finding old stuff. I got a couple of hammered silvers, but it's still in the back of your mind, that, hell, we could be stuck here for like 2 months if they close the borders.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, it was a little tough to keep my head in the game. You're wandering around the field thinking of other stuff. So I'm sure I walked over signals.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Yeah, we're all good now. So I'm actually off until the 10th, and I go back to the firehouse. And so far, all my boys are good. I stopped in, right after I got back with mask and gloves and social distancing and all that stuff to make sure everybody was doing okay and find out what was going on. But so we're all good.
Good.
Yep. Well, that's good. That was my
just said we're bored.
I'll get out of here now. I think I can hear on the regular show. Yeah. I mean, he literally shut this thing down. So
yeah.
Right. And
we're glad we got you back. You're back safe, and doesn't sound like you had any real problems other than probably coming back through customs was a mess. But coming back through customs was actually really easy. It was great. We ended up getting bumped up to business class, so I chose seats up on the upper level. So it was only me, Gretchen, and another couple on the whole upper level of the plane. So unfortunately, they didn't restock the plane. BA had no catering, there was no hot food, and no alcohol at all. We got a bottle of water and a cold sandwich in business class. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a bummer. Unfortunately, that I sent in a complaint, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil,
Yeah, good possibility.
Yep.
Good possibility.
I'm gonna get off and let you guys get back to it. Everybody stay safe out there. Social distancing. Protect yourselves.
Yeah, brother, that's the line.
Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Gretchen says.
Right. Yeah, and same to you too, Ron. Best of luck to you and Gretchen both. Stay safe.
Thanks, Josh. Take care, Chuck. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
We'll see you.
For me. Night. Bye-bye.
And who was that winner again, Barb? Mike?
Nick. Mike Foreman was the first one, and Nick was the second one, but I don't have a last name for Nick. It's just Nick.
Okay. Well, there you go, Chuck. Hopefully they can reach you or I through Facebook. And we can get that information out to them. or, well, once they get that information, we can get those items out to them. I mean, everything's broke here tonight. I think we broke Skype too.
And it's not my fault. I didn't do it.
No,
it's
driving.
Nick Schaefer. So if you can't get a hold of Josh, PM me. I'll forward it on to Chuck, whoever you can get a hold of Nick. And I do believe he said he was in the healthcare business. He was a respiratory therapist. God bless you and stay safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Nick PM me. I see that up there. SHAFFER. Yeah, get with me and I'll send you a red, white, and blue.
There you go. Can't beat that.
Nope. So anyway, I'll back out, and you guys have a great one. Everybody stay safe out there. Stay at home as much as you can, to and from work only. Wash your hands. Do everything that everybody's saying. Hey, Frank, have a good night. We'll be listening to you tomorrow night. Get all primed up, buddy.
Yes, we will.
And what time is that show tomorrow night?
Yep.
That is going to be Facebook Go Live on the Detect America Facebook group at 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, see you then, Frank.
Yep.
And
he did a great job the other night, and I know a lot of us are looking forward to the copper half of this, and or copper third of it, and we'll see what we can do. That's good info. And to all of you out there, I pretty much sold out. I've got one or two left. That's it. And they've been listening to you, Frank, and they're learning, and I just steered everybody your way. So, again, I'm getting out of here. Josh, be careful. Barb, you too. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Chuck.
Night, Pops.
And for those listening, obviously, with China temporarily closing their borders, just be aware that that can affect the production of the Ugly Box units. Frank is trying to get them done as parts come in. Obviously, with us doing with Frank talking about it and us doing the electrolysis show here recently, as well as the giveaway and the boot camp that they're currently doing, I'm sure that demand has kind of went up on the Ugly Box units. But like we've said before, it's not necessarily rocket science. It's simple to do. You don't have to understand the principles and science behind it. All you need to know is that it works. And if you watch the first video from the boot camp series that they're doing, you will see in real time that it works with the silver coins that was done that night. Obviously, tomorrow, Monday night, they'll be doing coppers, and then he can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I believe night 3 will be this coming Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Detect America Facebook group.
Cool. Electrolysis kind of scares me, so I'm definitely gonna watch. I'm just a wuss, you know. I know once I do it, I'll be okay doing it. It's like welding. The first time you torque that baby up, you're like, ah! I was like a little girl.
Well, and that's the great thing with the boot camp series that he's doing, is you can see it. It's a real-time walkthrough.
And so that'll be cool because I really want to do it because I have, Frank, I have this big old, it's a wrench, but it's a crooked wrench with a point on the other end. Crooked meaning it goes up. It's the top and bottom are like 4 inches apart.
Right.
And it's got, yeah, that's it. That's the word. See, girls don't know how to say anything. And it's part of the lumber company, and I need to toast it, you know, and preserve it because it's from there. You know how I am about my lumber stuff.
Right. Absolutely. But I highly recommend, and this is why we didn't give away the Ugly Box unit on the show that night. We knew the electrolysis bootcamp episodes were coming up, so I launched the giveaway on the Beyond Sight and Sound page to coincide with that bootcamp because I want people to watch those videos. That way, then, if they win, they're that much more informed and prepared and ready to use their unit.
Yeah, so I need to become informed. And I'm not a great welder. I've only been doing it, 6 months, maybe 8 months. It kind of sat in the shed for a while. You kind of look at it, read the directions, look at it some more. And finally, you just have to jump on the train and say, okay, let's fire this bad boy up.
Right, exactly. And, yeah, I mean, like I said, on top of breaking Spreaker tonight, I think we may have even broke Skype. Wow.
Well, let's see. People are saying they have 189 threads. It's up to 1890 comments on the thread right now.
Wow. See, I can't even see that part. Something broke over here.
Yep, they did it, not me.
See what happens when you win a shovel and we put you to work? I'm gonna have to note to self, don't do that again.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be, but they don't listen, so they're gonna do what they want to do. Because I said stop 15 times, and at least 50 comments came through after the stop. So next time, we'll have to do something like one guest per minute or something, or say everyone gets a guest now.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad I didn't say certain number caller or something. I wouldn't have been able to have answered calls, not coming in like that.
They're crazy, but like we said, everybody's got cabin fever, or corona fever. Yeah, so I feel for y'all. I wish I had 2 weeks off right now. Bill, if you don't stop, I know where you live. I will send you dead rats in a box or something. I'm serious.
Oh, but see, and this is why I thought, hey, everybody's stuck indoors with coronavirus, quarantine, all that. This gives everybody a way to really interact in the chat, and good Lord, they did it in spades.
Yeah, and I just got bummed with all this. I was doing some giveaways. Chuck and I gave away a detector, and I was really stoked about our 5th year Annie. And then when my sister got corona, she's still in the hospital. We're hoping she comes home Tuesday, but they're thinking she's going to have to come home with oxygen. And the first thought I had was, why would you send somebody home that needs Home O2 that normally don't have Home O2? I think they're just trying to clear beds for the next wave.
Yeah, I don't know. It's getting kind of sketchy up here in Ohio too. I mean, they're throwing numbers around like they say when we hit our peak that we could be seeing cases come in by the thousands every day.
I know, and I hope they're wrong. But
so
I think the prediction was for Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, that area. That they expect the numbers to spike through the roof this week, and I pray to God they're wrong.
Yeah, so do I, definitely. But kudos to those that are working in the emergency and medical services. They're out there on the front lines. They're definitely real troopers. Kudos to those that are working in law enforcement as well, because I'm sure that this isn't easy for them, and those that have worked in law enforcement. I mean, we know that Steve and Frank both have had quite a bit of time in law enforcement, and we appreciate everybody that has and continues to do those jobs.
Yeah, and this is probably the first time. I mean, I'm an old ICU ER nurse, and this is probably the first time in my life I am thankful that that's not what I do anymore.
Absolutely, I would have to agree, but, you still play your part too.
Yeah, the tribe's on quarantine. They've got signs now on the 4-lane, big signs that say, reservation closed unless you work there, live there, or you're delivering, you ain't getting in. And they're not letting anyone in. And we have so many people flocking from Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, New York, that I think there's 7 counties now in the mountains that have check stops on all major roads. And if you don't live here, they ain't letting you in.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Definitely.
Yeah. We had no cases. All of our cases are from out of state. So they're not even in our statistics because you come here from New York. That was our first case.
Right. Your statistics don't come from where you live. They come from where you test.
No, they come from where you live.
Well, here they were telling us it was where they were testing.
Nope, not here. In North Carolina, our first case was from New York.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
And it's a New York statistic.
Yeah.
The same thing when I got Lyme disease. I'm a Massachusetts statistics.
Well,
not a North Carolina statistic.
And that's a whole other ball of wax because we know things are being swept under the rug there.
Oh, yeah. But everyone be safe. And, it's amazing that it took this to teach people to wash their hands.
Yeah,
and I want to thank Little Dirt Digger. She sent me this nice little owl with hand sanitizer, and it's got a big old loop, and it is hanging on my flasher, of my turn signal. And so the minute I open my door, I wash my hands with it before I touch my steering wheel or anything else.
There you go. Just keep up the good habits.
Yeah, that's all we can do. And if you need toilet paper, I have a few extra rolls, but I'm not going to give you that much.
All right.
Yeah, but you know what? This is teaching the U.S. a lesson. Just one last thing, because I know you're ready to go. Take this as a lesson. Start couponing, buying things on sale. Keep 10 cans of corn, 10 cans of whatever in your house so that if something like this happens, because it's going to happen again in my lifetime if I live, it will. Be prepared the next time. Don't let your toilet paper hoard go below 40 rolls. I'm sorry, that may sound like a lot, but every payday, buy one that's on sale with a coupon, put it in your closet, and when this crap happens again, you'll be sitting back going, I'm good. Except for maybe getting it from somebody,
Right. Well, and then next thing you know, there'll be a run on, I don't know, nasal spray or something, eye drops, who knows.
Well, I just had to order my meds because I have a week left, and I only want to go to Walmart once to get them. But there's meds I don't use, but once in a blue moon, but I ordered them too, just in case, like my inhaler, I don't use, but yeah, I have 170 doses in the one I have, but I thought I'm getting another one and putting it in the cupboard because if something happens, I'm going to want that.
Exactly. I mean, I'm doing the same thing. I made sure to fill my meds early, so I had them just in case. But, wow. What a show tonight.
Thank you. I am so looking forward to this shovel.
Right? Well, congratulations.
Thanks, Josh, and have a good night, and y'all be safe.
Yeah, you too, Barb. Be safe. For everyone else, obviously, wow. Clearly everyone had a great time. It was great to see the interaction in the chat that I was able to catch before things started to break. I'm not sure what happened. We'll have to look into that a little bit. Who knows? You never know. And I don't know. I mean, at some point, maybe we'll have to do it again because we're all locked up for a while anyway. But we certainly do appreciate everyone for dropping in, tuning in, coming into the chat, the calls, the likes, And also, check out the links. Obviously, we've got the link for the Ugly Box giveaway, the link for the Simplex raffle that does still run through this month and, through the month of April. They're not going to draw a winner for that until the beginning of May now, so that's been extended a month for those who would like to get their tickets. Check out Ohio Metal Detecting on YouTube, Crazy Spider Adventures, Detect Ed Outdoors, All Metal Militia, Detect America. Obviously, then we've got Striker's information in there. Big shout out and thank you to him for his donation of the Anaconda shovel tonight that Barb had won. Thank you to him for the shirt that Tam won. I guess shirt or hat, her choice. She'll get that information to him. And big shout out, as always, to our friends at Shooters and Prospectors for the snake skins that were given away on the show tonight. A lot of winners, and this is what happens. You know, we like to work with those that work with us. Frank and Steve are doing a great job over there with Detect America. The boot camp videos are great. The boot camp electrolysis videos, the Ugly Box giveaway, somebody is going to be very, very happy with that. It is his best unit yet. And that next series for the boot camp, well, the next go live for the boot camp series is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Detect America. Don't miss it. You are going to be surprised. It's like magic. I mean, it really is. And it is an interactive walkthrough. So we appreciate everyone for dropping in, but like I said, we got to figure out what we broke here because you guys and gals rocked. So congrats to Barb, Tam, Mike, Nick. Everybody get their information to the respective people. We're going to roll out. Have a wonderful evening, folks, and maybe we'll see you on the DA Go Live tomorrow night. Take care. Be safe.